Every time y'all walk
saying
around,
lies.
every time y'all walk around with your flags, looking your Schmittler flags, your Schmatzi flags, then they start saying something too. And all I see is a bunch of white people. What is up with all this white on white crime? Why do y'all Ukraine and Russia yourselves? Why can't
so funny about that?
Why can't Europeans just get along? Why do y'all have World War I?
Listen to the music.
You guys
Listen to the
always fighting. You know that? You guys are always fighting each other. It's like you dropping bombs and, you know, like I would rather you guys sell each other into slavery, because then you wouldn't be dropping bombs. How come every time y'all have a problem, it's a world war, right? How come every time y'all are fighting each other, the whole world gotta pick a side and get involved? When Africa's fighting, don't nobody else gotta get involved? Why is that?
Because we got hip-hop music nowadays that promotes black on black violence with each other. And then you got people that
dumb.
It sounds dumb.
Ridiculous.
It sounds dumb because you can't comprehend it. That's why.
No, you can't.
Okay, we back up. What up, what up? Peace and power to the descendants of my ancient mother. My name is Brother Legend, and I'm here to raise your consciousness. What's going on? Come on in. Tell a friend, share, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Let the algorithm know that you're getting value from the live. My name is Brother Legend. This is my live. Excuse me. This is where we talk about stuff. Different things happening in the community. If you're new here and you want to come on stage, you got to give us your age, your race, and your pronouns. No anonymous people coming on stage. We don't do that. Can y'all see the top question? I might have to move that down. I don't even know if I can. Let me know if y'all see the top question. I don't even know. Who is Dwight Populous? You better not say the white around your mouth. That's what people always do. Who's Dwight? The white around your lips. Oh, okay. That used to get me when I was a kid, man. Yeah, the envelopes. Tap like. I'll bring people up when we get to 2K likes. Yeah, they definitely did. They took us down. Populous. We started the nonprofit, man. We are officially 501c3. We got the letter back from the IRS. So we're 501c3. Sankofapedia will be live. We do have a version that people can see now, but it will be live soon. Soon and very soon. We're building profiles. Absolutely. Appreciate y'all supporting me. Shout out to everyone that's donated. The only reason we got 501c3 is because y'all donated. So I appreciate y'all donating. On behalf of B1 Initiative, join the Discord. We need brothers and sisters in the Discord. B1initiative.org. The link is in my bio. If you are a brother or a sister or a family member, we ain't forget about you. But if you are black and know what to do with it, then join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? If you're black on purpose, join the Discord. Because we are building an online encyclopedia of Afrocentric knowledge, and we are going to need a community to help us build it. Even if it's just to look at it before articles go live and let us know what your thoughts are. We need as many black eyes on it as possible. You know what I'm saying? Not too many green eyes. I know some of us got green eyes, so it's all right, but we need melanated eyes. Can interracial relationships be problematic? Can a black man, black woman marry a white tea person and still claim to be pro-black? And do interracial relationships benefit the black community? Do they benefit you? Let me know. Yeah, they trying me, Populous. But it is a Monday. That's why I skip Mondays. I usually don't even come up on Mondays. Give me yes, no in the comments. Let me know what you think. Yes, no. I will give out grades. I will be grading y'all. Avere Bear always gets an A. So no copying, no cheating. Hey, if I wanted to shout out a black film director, can I DM you? What do you mean by shout out? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Black eye as in black eyed peas. Oh, aren't you funny? We don't listen to the black eyed peas. We listened to the black eyed peas when they were all black. Before Fergalicious came about. Some of y'all don't know that. Because having a white girl in the group made them popular. Marry who you want. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve. We can marry who we want? Really? Wow. Everybody, Steve says we can marry who we want. We're free. We're free, y'all. We made it. What does that mean? What does what mean? Do y'all aren't the best at reading, huh? You know what I'm saying? What does what mean? That's not even a full question. Shondell is funny. She said, thank you. Hello, Chris. Give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
I'm 31 and I'm white, and my pronoun is he, I guess.
All right, talk to us.
So, can interracial relationships be problematic? I think it can be. And the only reason why I say that is because when you have people that are only dating other people because of something that makes them look popular or make them look cool or make them based off of music videos and stuff that just makes them look good rather than actually trying to get to know the person and actually love the person, I think that can be pretty problematic. And I think with a lot of women and both women, white women and black women and black men and black, you know what I mean? I think a lot of, so what I'm saying right now is I've seen a lot of white women date and explore black men, and I feel like it's not even the fact of a relationship because they care a lot about the guy. It's what makes them look cool and what makes them look good. And the reason why I say that is because you know darn well that white girl is nothing but white, and she's acting and dressing and talking black when we all know that she's not.
How do you act and talk black?
Well, for one, why is a white girl saying the N-word and feeling comfortable with that just because she has a boyfriend that's black? Why is that okay, and why are we allowing that?
Who's allowing it?
Anybody nowadays. You literally just go on social media. It's popular in high school. It's popular in college. It's popular everywhere. You have white girls that are, I mean, seriously, here's another thing too, is what's that girl, Danielle? I mean, that's the only one that I can think of that's big that everybody knows. The Cash Me Outside girl, you know damn well she's white. And she's trying to act and talk black when she's not. She wants to act ghetto but she's not.
So does she want to act black or does she want to act ghetto?
Both. She thinks that black people involved with ghetto, which makes her look tough, which also makes me wonder what her background is. Why does she feel that she needs to be tough?
Did she say black equals ghetto, or did just that what you think?
No, No, I think no. I think black people are depends on where you're at and who you are. Depends on how you're raised by your parents. I think um there's one person that I absolutely love. He's
Is
black. What's his
acting
name?
ghetto short for acting black?
No.
Is acting
No.
black the same thing as acting ghetto?
No, it's
You use
not.
them interchangeably.
Right, but so I mean, here's the thing: is that I feel like black kids, teenagers, and college students, mostly men that are already know who they are. They're comfortable in their skin. They know what their meaning in life. They don't have to worry about the way they dress and the way they act and all that stuff. That's just who they are. I feel like a lot of the kids they're trying to find themselves, and that leads our popularity. You know, when we listen to rap music and we listen to all this stuff, we have a bunch of white people listening to all that stuff, and it gets in their head, and now they want to dress like them, they want to act like them, they want to be them.
Who's them?
Black people. Sorry.
So you
The reason
saying
why
they want to
that's
dress like black people? Hello?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
So you're saying that white women want to dress like black people?
I think white women want to date black people for
You are a worthless bitch ass nigga.
Is that person white?
Yeah, drop him.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Is as valuable.
What the hell is going on?
Playing
Yo,
like an audio.
y'all are not funny, man.
You
Like,
are a worthless bitch ass nigga.
I hate that it does that, man. Like when you block somebody, it doesn't immediately drop them. Like it takes like 4 or 5 seconds.
I'm kind of interested that anybody says stuff like that about bitch ass and all that stuff. I'm curious to know what they have to say. Because I think everybody needs to be heard, not just one person. But what was that?
Chris, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
And this is a real question. Like I've really wondered this a lot about people that feel the way you feel about like white women and like dating and all that other stuff. All right, so let's say you're gonna go meet with a group of friends. Do you cut eye holes into a sheet, or do you use like a pillowcase and then a sheet like over your body? Because if you fart and it's just like one sheet, then it just goes straight to your nose, right? So like, do you put like a pillowcase with eye holes and then you wear a sheet, or do you wear like a separate sheet and then like a pillowcase over your head?
I mean, that really confusing for me.
Please mute up.
What's the logic? Like, what are you trying to say?
Does barbecue taste different when you burn like does it taste different to eat barbecue on a cross, or like is it tastier on a grill? Can y'all please mute up when you come up here? What the hell is going on?
I mean, if you're asking me if there's a difference between a grill and not grill taste, then yeah, there's two different tastes.
Yeah, so like if like do you grill with a grill on your lawn, or do you like grill with across on other people's lawn?
Does that make sense?
I don't think
You blanked out for a minute.
Yeah, no, we didn't hear him. It's a simple question. Because I would do the two sheet thing. You know what I'm saying? Like have something different over your head. You know, maybe cut like a mouth hole like Batman. You know, so that you can like breathe better. But I know you try to remain anonymous. So,
Chris, if you met the girl of your dreams and she was a white woman, but she had a biracial child, would that be grounds for dismissal, or would you still love her?
No, I still love her. I don't see anything wrong with that. I just don't want my point is that people are changing who they are to try to fit in with other people when they're really not that person. They're not that race, but they want to talk like them. They want to act like them, but they're not that race.
why do you care what other people are doing?
Well, for one, I have a sister. She's white, and she has a black
You want to keep her
boyfriend.
away from. You want to keep her away
No,
from black dick.
no, it's
Yeah.
not like that. No. Why? No. Why would I want to keep her away from being happy? There's a difference between keeping away from being happy versus staying who you are.
You know what the movie Birth of a Nation is about?
I don't know that movie. No.
Probably watch it. It's your history,
So do you think?
it's about basically everything you just said.
So do you think white girls should talk like black people?
What does talking like black people sound like? Go ahead, talk like a black person for me, so I can maybe kind of get what you're saying.
No, you already know. I don't need to do that.
No, I don't. Go ahead, tell me what does it sound like to talk like a black person? Let me hear you. Go ahead.
I'm not going to do that. That's kind of
Why
crazy.
not?
Because it's not right.
If you can say it, then why can't you do it? I know you're not trying to be black. Like, go ahead, talk like a black person, because you said that other white girls do it. So, how do you think black people sound?
Well, I'm not a white girl, so. So okay, so you are saying that it's okay for girls to act like a different race that they're not.
I want to know what different races act like. Can you act like any race?
Yeah, I mean, why do you? So you think it's okay for white girls and white men, white girls and boys, that know nothing about the culture, know nothing about anything, that are walking around saying "nigga"? You really think that's okay? Because I don't think it is.
You just said it. Y'all talk long enough, y'all show y'all ass every time.
So you asked me to. Oh, come on.
I asked you to say that.
Say it. You're looking for an opportunity, but okay.
Yeah, I could already tell he's a one sheeter. So they just put a sheet over like their whole body, and they don't wash their ass. So the smell just like ruminates with them. You could tell that was Birth of a Nation talk. Like that was what that was. When we talk about interracial relationships being problematic for our community, we don't mean it the way that they mean it. So it's always the context with them.
Like needs to stay with like. That ain't your kind.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that's completely different. But let's go to the next guest. Final Patriot. Give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
42. My race, I'm white. Pronouns, I'm a man, male, all that.
Neither of those are pronouns. But
Okay.
if you'd like, you can identify as a cowboy hat.
Okay. I don't understand what you're getting at with that one. Are you trying to be like snarky or something?
You sound like a cowboy hat.
Okay.
It's me. No, a pronoun is what they call you instead of saying Final Patriot every single time. So instead of saying that, they say like he, him, or they say she, her. That's a pronoun.
Okay. Understood. Can we talk about what you got in your background?
He, she, or they. Choose one. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, can interracial relationships be problematic? I'd say any relationship could be a problem, but if two people love each other, they want to get with each other, I see no problem with it. I grew up around all colors, blacks, Orientals, Arabs, Hispanics.
No, you didn't. Stop
And-
lying. Stop lying.
No,
Don't
I
come up
did.
here and start lying.
No, I did.
No, you didn't. No, you
I
didn't.
did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're lying. Why are you lying,
How do you know?
sir?
What makes you think I'm lying?
Because I'm black and I know you ain't called a black person blacks to their damn face and still sit up here. I know you lying, so that's how I know you lying.
But you just
I
called
know you
yourself
lying.
black.
You just showed you a lion, and then you call them
Oh, but-
Arabs. If you go up around Arabs, you know they call themselves Arabs, so you definitely lying.
But hold on, you said something about me calling black people black. But you
didn't
just
call them
said
black people. You called them blacks and Arabs and Orientals. And if you were around any proximity to these groups, they would have taught you years and years and years ago. So it sounds like you're straight out of the 1970s and haven't learned a thing.
Okay, I'm old-fashioned. So what? Times
Nah,
are
you
changing.
ain't old fashioned around people that you grew up around that you're about to tokenize as if your proximity to them shows that you have some sort of open mindset and that you learned from something from them. Yet you can't even call them by a proper humanizing term like black people, Asian people, and Middle Eastern or West Asian people. Like, you
The thing about it is, I'm actually in a motorcycle club that we got out here, and
oh,
my
okay, so
club has all.
you're a leather jacket, not a cowboy hat. Gotcha.
So my club has all types of people in there. Like I said, uh, all colors in there. So I'm around a whole bunch of other people besides just white people. Anytime I go out and hang out with him. And what the whole thing about interracial relationships, why it needs to be a topic. I've been with black women before when I was younger, and one of my favorite sayings is ebony and ivory go together like peanut butter and jelly. I think we need to stop pushing this divide that because the 1% wants to keep us fighting amongst each other instead of going after the real enemies. This ain't about race. This is about this is about money. This is about that green. It doesn't got nothing to do with black, white, yellow, purple. Doesn't got nothing to do with that. It's about green, and it's about what we got in our wallets.
Okay, Martin Luther Clan. What tell us
That
more.
that's true final patriot.
Yeah, I want to know. Who's the true enemy then?
Yes, who got the ball started? Was it black people or white people? Who got the ball rolling? Black people or white people?
Okay, what exactly are you referring to by saying the ball?
You saying that keeping us divided and this black versus white thing and stuff, was it black people's fault that they got it started, or did white people start it? Who got the ball rolling?
Well, I mean, I'd say whoever started doesn't really matter. We're in
Oh,
2024.
I
We're
bet
not
you
in.
would.
No, but see, the thing about it is, we're in
I didn't have
Hey,
2024.
2020 as an
wait,
option
hold on,
though.
hold on. I got another question. Of these 1%ers, right? These elites that are controlling the world, what percentage of them are white?
Well, they are. I told you.
It doesn't matter what color it is. Y'all make. Okay, let me ask you something. What can y'all do that I can't do as a white man and y'all as a black people?
Can't walk and
Oppressed
stay in the
people.
sun downtown after dark.
Oppressed people. Like, I can't give your daughter my like my true last name, like my family's last name. Like, no matter how much children I have with her, no matter how married we are, she will never have the name my family had before your people colonized Africa and enslaved my ancestors. So that will never happen. I don't have the power to pass on an African name to her against her will. I will never be able to like rename her home country into something in a language that I like. Maybe I'll name it after a Tupac album. You know,
But that's history, though, and everyone did something bad at one point in history.
what did black people do
All
bad?
what did black people?
Yeah, what did
Black people,
Africans do that was that? What did Africans do that
Africans.
measure up to?
Please
What
don't
do
say it.
African
Please don't
people
say
do?
it.
What does
No,
anyone do that measures up to chattel slavery and the transatlantic slave trade?
blacks sold their own people into slavery. If you want to get on to it.
You guys are so
Yo, y'all are
predictable.
so predictable.
People like you.
Yo, it's wild.
If you
It's
look,
wild.
okay, the number one cause of unaliving, a black man's unaliving is another black man. You ain't got
Uh-huh.
nothing.
Your community, the number one cause of unaliving is you putting yourself on a rope on your own neck or something in your mouth.
Okay, but it ain't us
The
doing
number
it
one
to each
cause of
other.
y'all community
It ain't
Yeah,
us
is that
doing
y'all
it
are
to each
yeah, it
other.
literally
is. Yeah, it
child
is.
rapers and y'all are
Yes, it is.
domestic abusers. How about
The
that?
FBI Bureau of Criminal Statistics has said that 69% of crime in the United States is committed by white men, and intraracial, not interracial,
Majority.
but intraracial crime happens 97% of the time.
We're a
So
majority in the country, though, so you can't really
yeah,
use that as
but
a factor.
also
So that also means you're gonna get white on white crime more than
y'all
any
kind
other
of
race.
did World War II yourselves. You know, you guys enslaved yourselves during the Holocaust. Why did you do that?
Bad.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! They were all white to me, buddy. I just
You
see. Whoa! Hold on, because you said black people sold themselves in slavery, right? Because you don't see the different tribes. You just see that they were all black, right? So now I'm doing the same thing to you. Why did you guys Holocaust yourselves?
that was
Hello.
I can't say the person's name, but the mustache guy in Germany, he did that.
I know,
And
yeah, he was white.
the Jews back then, they weren't considered to be white. So that's where you're wrong.
Well, the thing is, they're considered to be that now, and back then in Africa, the Africans that you say quote unquote enslaved themselves, didn't consider themselves to be black either. So isn't that interesting? Hmm.
That interesting. We got Jews now. They don't go on talking about oppression and all that other stuff that you're talking about right now.
Yes, they
Even
do.
though
Yes, they
that's a
do.
lie.
Yes, they
That's a
do.
lie.
Yeah, let Kanye West say something. They'll get in their bag real quick. They they get in their bag real fast when Kanye or Whoopi Goldberg say something. Yeah,
Because he
they
was
sure
spewing
do.
lies. He was spewing lies. That's why.
They get in their bag, bruh. Stop lying.
Spewing lies.
They're saying anti-Semitism is on the rise. It's all in the news. Stop playing, bruh.
Saying
Every time
lies.
y'all walk around with your flags, looking your Schmittler flags, your Schmatzi flags, then they start saying something too. And all I see is a bunch of white people. What is up with all this white on white crime? Why do y'all Ukraine and Russia yourselves?
So funny about that.
Why can't Europeans just get along? Why do y'all have World War One, World
To the
War II?
music.
You guys
Listen
are
to the
always fighting. You know that? You guys are always fighting each other. It's like you dropping bombs and like I would rather you guys sell each other into slavery because then you wouldn't be dropping bombs. How come every time y'all have a problem, it's a world war, right? How come every time y'all are fighting each other, the whole world gotta pick a side and get involved? When Africa's fighting, don't nobody else gotta get involved. Why is that?
because we got hip hop music nowadays that promotes black on black violence with each other. And then you got
That
people
sounds
that
dumb.
it sounds
That's
dumb. It
ridiculous.
sounds dumb because you can't comprehend it. That's why.
No, you can't
No,
comprehend
final.
history before hip hop music, idiot.
Right.
Ian?
You can't comprehend any history before hip hop music, idiot.
So
Period.
what does history before hip hop have to do with anything?
It's
I'm sorry, you
amazing to
can't have
me.
a coherent thought.
Right, populist. I have a question for Final Patriot. What I don't understand is when it comes time for y'all to take responsibility for the things that go on in America and the racism, what I don't understand is y'all always want to bring up that we sold our own people. First and foremost, what does that have to do with the mistreatment, the unaliving, the stealing, the graping, and everything else that has been done to our ancestors and things that we go through as of now? What does that have anything to do with the fact that when y'all bought us, y'all mistreated our ancestors? Y'all use this as an excuse. I'm sure. I doubt that.
That's in there right now.
I'm just saying. I really doubt
The
that.
fact that you brought it up.
Right. So y'all, every single time we talk about these issues, y'all always try to turn this rhetoric back on us to make it seem like, well, you sold your own people, y'all did this, y'all got violence. Y'all are the most violent people in the
About
world.
oppression and stuff. And what way are you oppressed?
How come?
There's
No,
nothing.
no, but
What do you
since we're
mean? How
talking
are we?
about hip hop music, and how that spreads a violent message supposedly that causes crime and black on black violence, right? Why do you guys make so many movies with white on white violence? You know what I'm saying? You got like John
Right.
Wick, you got The Matrix. Like, why are you got what is up with all these movies, television shows, even cartoons? Oh my goodness, so much.
White
I
violence.
think that spreads a message of white people unaliving each other, and then you
That's
guys go and
different.
actually do it. You know?
Oh,
Final Patriot.
because we leave it in the entertainment system. Y'all take
No,
it
you
out
don't.
in your
Y'all
real
have
life.
never left it in the entertainment
No, you
system.
don't.
This is part of
Statistics say
history,
you're a
and
liar.
statistics show
Some
that
statistics
this
say,
is.
Populous, you want to talk about some statistics? Go on, talk about some statistics. Pull
I
them up.
don't want to.
Y'all love going to
No,
school.
because you already
Y'all,
said that white
right.
people make up a majority of America.
Hold
So
on,
white people
y'all. The
also make up a majority of the white-on-white crime.
statistics
White-on-white
show,
crime far outweighs any black-on-black crime.
Thank
And the only
you.
reason to point
Thank
out
you.
statistics show that they love going to
black-on-black crime
schools,
is because you're a racist.
and
It
to
doesn't make any
hospitals.
sense to bring it up because there's always more white-on-white crime. Always.
Like I
I
said,
don't want to be
statistics
mean,
show that
but
his hangout is schools, grocery stores, and concerts, and even movie theaters where y'all love bringing y'all pew-pews. Post office when y'all go postal. Let's talk about how y'all go bonkers and unalive y'all whole family. Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you something because I still haven't had an answer to it. What can y'all do that I can't do? Or what
We're
can
not going
I
to
do
answer
that
it.
y'all can't do?
We're not
can I
going to
say
answer it.
Ain't
something?
able to
Nope,
answer it, that's
hold
why.
on. We're finna answer right now. What's a sundown town? A black man or a black woman better not be caught after dark. Can
Right.
you go
This
to a
is
sundown town and
everything.
walk
Okay.
around?
And
Please
if I go to
please talk to me,
Chicago or
y'all.
Compton,
If you ain't,
California, it'd be the same thing.
no, it's
No,
not
they
because
wouldn't. They wouldn't
Could
touch
not
you.
compare that Final
oh my
Patriot.
God,
You
y'all gotta
know
stop
that's
Becky,
not
any
talking
true.
white person
on
seen After
one
Dark,
mic.
show me the
Please.
law that
If
says
I'm
anything
asking him
about
a
white people.
question, populace, please. If I'm asking a question, I don't need y'all to answer. Sir, if you go to an area in California that you can't be, what makes you think I can be there if I'm not from that same community either? The question was where you can go that I can't go. And I am telling you, being a black person in a sundown town, your pale skin ass can walk around at dark. I cannot.
Racism, okay.
Racism, is that right?
Host, you allow racism on your
Oh, I hurt your
live?
feelings. Now that's racism.
It is because if I said
Define
the same thing
racism.
back to you, it'd be a problem.
Say something back.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not
Say
fixing to get
something
on your
back. I
level.
guarantee you. Say something back.
I'm not fixing to get on your level, but if I said something like that to you, it
What
would be
level
a
am I on?
problem.
What level am I on? We on level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
An ignorant racist one.
Ignorant what? What level do I need to get on? I need to stop reading books so I can get on your level, huh?
Yeah, seeing y'all like
Stop
mocking people,
bathing,
but
and I'll be
if
on
I
your
were to
level,
mock
huh?
one of y'all,
If
it
I
would be
don't
an
wash
issue.
up, I'm on your level, huh?
Because
That's
we
what I'm
didn't
with my
enslave
sister.
your people.
Then I'm on your level.
That
Dumbass.
wasn't you
No, was that not you? That
enslaved.
was
You
you
didn't
that
go
didn't
through
use that
anything
bath
like that.
towel. I know you didn't get that
So
bath
you're a
towel.
lie, and you want to
Was
be
that you
oppressed.
sleeping
You
with your
want to be a
sister?
victim. That's
I
the
bet it was
problem
you
here.
sleeping
Y'all
with
want to
your
be
sister.
victims.
I bet the
Pfizer.
punk
That's the
ass was sleeping
issue.
with your sister. Huh?
But
Was that you? Or was it your cousin? Bye.
All right. All right. He going. Shout out to SB. Shout out to Wild Banshee. Appreciate y'all. 5 Panther Paws. Y'all was taking y'all time with them Panther Paws, though. Y'all was taking y'all sweet time. You know me. I try to just joke around and ask questions, but we wasn't getting nowhere, of course. We already know that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the next guest.
You said, what if black
Morgan
people got
Moore.
bad? He said, oh, let me tell you.
Yeah, this is gonna all right, yeah, let me go to the next guest. Y'all, everybody's been waiting patiently. Morgan, give us your age, your race, and your pronouns, please.
28, black.
Okay. Talk to us.
Actually, I just joined when Chris joined, and then he left because he got scared. So I really have nothing to say. I'm just enjoying the show now.
Okay. Well, enjoy from down there. I don't know
Thank
who
you.
Chris is. Who's Chris?
The
Brother
first one.
Legend, I'm going to drop down. I just wanted to address Patriot or whoever the gentleman was before, so somebody else
All
can
right.
come up.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know why I get more participation from black folks when Honkies is up here than when I'm up here. But okay. Let's go to the next guest. 999, whatever your name is. Give us your age, your race, and your pronouns, please.
7, Choctaw Nation, Oklahoma. Pronouns he, him. You can use that.
Okay, so indigenous.
I mean, Choctaw is indigenous.
All right, cool. I didn't know that. So talk to us.
No, it's just It's amazing what I'm hearing, but I wanted to see what you would say. I mean, push back if you don't agree. But I came out of Southside Chicago about 3 years ago, and there are literally 45 to 55 per weekend dying.
I don't want to talk about Chicago. I'm not from there. I've never been there.
No doubt.
I really
I mean, what
don't know
about
much about Chicago, to be
Not the
honest.
#1 city with the worst or highest crime rate of unalivings either. But
It's
everybody
not.
goes there. They always name that place first.
The
So if
place
you're from a particular area where you say unaliving, trust me, there's far worse. That's not
the
the number
places
one.
with the highest unaliving are in red states.
Yeah, well, actually, Baltimore, Houston, then that Baltimore's not a red state at all. But what my point is that then you sing about it, then you rap about it, and my question to you is,
Who's the biggest consumer of rap music?
Who's
why do
you?
well, we
I
have
haven't released any of my
Who
rap
is
tracks.
you? Hold on. Who is you? I'm not a rapper.
I know
What are
you're
you
not.
talking about? You should see a black man and you say he's a rapper? Is it my locks?
I'm
What do you
saying
mean you?
your people, right? Your people
My
sing about it,
people?
rap about it, right or wrong?
Are you serious? I thought you said you was Choctaw, bro. Why you coming up here sounding like a yeehaw? You sound like the people you sold your land to.
He
You
cap,
sold
man.
your land. How about that? How about I gaslight you back? You sold Manhattan. You
Not
sold
gaslighting.
Louisiana. Why'd you sell your land, bro?
Yeah,
Well,
because
I
they
would.
Now you ain't got now you ain't
corrupt evil government.
got a leaf to scratch your ass with, and you done sold your land to Europeans. Why you sell your own land, bro? And then you make songs about your land, but you sold it all. Like, come on, man, stop playing with me, man.
Take it a step further.
Come up here sounding like the people that took advantage of you. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Because what's happening on the reservations right now with y'all and alcohol and drugs? Like, it's always interesting when everybody wants to speak on black community, but you won't speak on what's happening on the reservations. You won't speak on them young girls that are disappearing. But you came up here to tell black people what's going on or what should or should not or is not happening.
Yeah, nah,
You feel
he
better.
had to go. Nah, he had to go. I can't take two of them back to back.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I don't know who let him up. I was trying to get to explain this, but Final Patriot, you have blocked on your page before. He is a troll that likes to go around to black spaces. And the last gentleman that was up here was called out last night for I think he said when he was asked his race, he had said that he was part Choctaw. And then he said he was Irish and German. So he was lying. And obviously you called it, you clocked him. But
Yeah, like why you come up like they racist too now?
There was somebody that was from the indigenous community that had grilled him and knew immediately that he wasn't telling the truth. So you clocked it. He's another troll. That's,
But as soon as he came up, he said, "Let me ask you a question. Let's start talking about Chicago."
Yeah, that ain't make no sense. But shout out to all the indigenous people of the land we call America, man. Mad love for y'all. I know y'all didn't sell your land. I know that. I know how that went down. No man owns land. You can't own land. That's a European idea. So big up to y'all, I was just playing with him because they like to say Africans sold themselves. So I'm just trying to gaslight him the way, they try to gaslight.
Gaslighting the mailman. He's not even indigenous.
Y'all are in Chicago pew-pewing yourselves. And it's like, stop it, man. Stop
He's a mailman. He's not even indigenous. So, like, you're saying that stuff and he's not even representing the community. He's lying. Yeah.
No, but I just want to let them know I don't actually embody that type of rhetoric. All right, so let's go to the next guest. Frank Schneider, give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
I'm 19. Race, so-called African American. And what was the other?
African American?
No, so-called African American.
Oh, right. African American's an ethnicity, but I know what that means. So,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? For people, Yeah. For the people. Gotcha.
All right, and your pronouns?
I'm a man.
All right, talk to us.
All right. So the question is, can a black man and black woman marry white people and still claim to be pro-black? In my opinion, no. Because You know, we can have fun with them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with white people. But once you decide to procreate with a white person, then I feel like it's a disgrace to the ancestors, man. I'm just be honest with you. Like, bro, if our ancestors, I feel like if they were here now and seeing what we were doing today, they wouldn't accept that shit, man. They wouldn't accept that.
I heard that. I mean, I would say we don't play with them as much as they play with us. But it gives the illusion that we made a choice to play with them. So I get that. But when someone has more power in a dynamic, when someone has a higher standing in society, they're playing with you. But, you know, if you want to, you know, see it that way, you can. You know, listen, I was 19 once too, you know. Be careful playing with them.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
For sure, man. I appreciate you, Doc. I'm out.
All right. One love. All right. Next guest, Real. Give us your age, your race, and your pronouns, please. Real Orange.
Hello. I'm 30 years old. I'm Caucasian, and I'm female.
All right. That's not a pronoun. She, he, or they. Which one do you prefer?
She. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, talk to us.
I apologize. I'm a little introverted, so I apologize if I sound a little nervous. I scrolled through this live, and yeah, currently I'm in an interracial relationship, but he's Indian. He's not African American, but most of my relationships have been interracial, and I would have to say I disagree. I think they benefit being Caucasian, though I like to learn from other races.
Are you answering the last question?
What was the last question? I apologize.
Do interracial relationships benefit the Black community? You said they do benefit. Do you mean?
I don't really know how I could benefit the Black community, but I'm always trying to learn from other.
When you said they do benefit, what did you mean by that? Could you elaborate?
I don't know how I could benefit other races. I'm
saying, what do you know? Because you said they do benefit. So who benefits?
I don't really know how other races benefit from me being in their relationships, but I'm always trying to learn.
Okay, you're trying to learn. So who's benefiting? Because you made this claim, and it's obvious you feel like you're a trophy or something because you said they benefit.
I don't feel like I'm a trophy.
Who is benefiting? What's the benefit?
I feel like I benefit from learning from other races.
So then you're just a parasite.
Can I elaborate on what she's saying?
Hold on, sir. Please don't jump the line. So you're saying that you benefit from learning. So what do they get?
Like being in the relationship that I'm in now, my boyfriend is Indian, and he teaches me a lot about his culture and his being from his country. And I do apologize if I sound shaky. I don't go live very much, so please forgive me. But
stop apologizing. It's okay. Just talk.
I came in when the first guy was talking, and he sounded very ignorant, talking about giving up hip hop as an excuse for our race. I don't know. The first guy sounded very ignorant, which is why I wanted to request going live, and I don't want to sound like a parasite. I don't feel like I benefit any race going into the relationship. but I always want to learn going into the
Yeah,
relationship.
well, going in it to learn, from people that, like built the privilege you live with every day is a bit colonizery. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit colonizery. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like Christopher Columbus saying, "I just wanted to learn if there was, gold in America. I just wanted to know. I really wanted to know if we could take over like all of this and
In
just own it."
general, my personality in general, I'm very introverted in general. I don't know a lot in general. I stay a lot in my room. I stay a lot. I'm very socially awkward.
Hold
in
on, you're
general.
explaining yourself and you centering yourself. In the midst of this conversation, you said that the person you pair yourself with, that basically you benefit. So with a parasite, when they attach themselves to someone, that person still is doing all the work while they get to eat. That is what we're speaking to. Because what is the benefit of any race of man that is not white dating you? What do you bring to the table that elevates him in any way?
What do I bring to the table?
Right. I mean, you said the word benefit.
I
So you benefit from
also
learning.
what do I bring to the table? I bring my country to like I said, my boyfriend is Indian. I bring my country's I bring my country to the table.
What country are you from?
I'm from America. Yes, I'm from America. I don't really think a lot about my race in general. I guess
What a
this
privilege.
is a
I wish I didn't have to think about my race. Wow, that'd
I
be
mean,
amazing.
I mean, that's
Wow.
that's very true. That is very true. That me being Caucasian,
No, dude, please mute up. Please mute up.
I don't have the history that you have, and I that we don't share the same history. So
Are you racist?
no, I'm not. I'm not. So
Okay, prove it.
how do I prove that?
What do you do that makes you not racist? Because you said you weren't, right? So you must have some proof.
I guess I mean, how do I prove that? Me being most of my relationships have not been with Caucasian males.
Yeah, that's what a racist would say.
How do I prove that I'm not racist?
I don't know, but your proximity to penetration is not the way to go.
I don't know how to prove over TikTok Live that I'm not a racist. I don't really know
Can I
how
ask you
to.
a question?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
makes you choose other races of people to date besides learning?
I
What are
guess
you
what I'm
attracted to?
attracted
That's the
to.
better question. What are you attracted to?
It's not really. It's how they treat me.
Okay, because this is the thing. When you say other races, it's this interesting dynamic of what does every other race of men offer that white men don't?
It's more how the males treat me in general. Not.
Male.
Yep, that's just it.
It's how the guys treat me. Given, I'm not really going to go into my past, but it's how the guys treat me in general. Not their physical description.
So if like my people had like colonized, a land of people and they were just like decimated, right? They're desolate. We turned them into a third world country when we gave them their quote unquote independence, but they still relied on us for like, the resources that they stole, that we stole. I'm sorry, we stole. I'm sorry. I'm one of y'all now. So we stole resources from their land, right? And then when they wanted independence, we just left and took everything with us and made it so that if they wanted to continue to have an economy, they would still have to rely on us, right? I'm talking about India, right? So then now, as a child of that society, which took advantage of Indian society, I look to go to India, the place that was dominated by my ancestors, to treat me nice. Appreciate you, Danish. So now I go to India because they treat me better. Like, do you see how that's like me beating somebody up
I didn't know that this
and
man.
then saying, I want to be around you because you're soft and weak. Like
I
you
didn't
treat
know.
me like I'm in charge. I like that.
I
So
didn't know
you
that
know what
he
I'm
was
saying?
from India. We connected over chat, and he actually lied to me. And over the course of a while, I had gotten him to admit that he was from India. So I didn't actually know that he was from India. Now I actually do. And he is now my fiance.
But when we asked you to prove you weren't racist, you brought up your proximity to non-white penetration as a proof. I mean, it's not good proof, but that's the proof you brought up. So now if you're saying you don't know people's race until they tell you because they lie to you at first, then why would you have brought that up?
That's my current relationship, but past relationships, I have been that most of my relationships
Okay,
have
so
been.
you know Europeans colonized more than India, right?
Yeah, that's one relationship out of many. I'm 30 years
Okay,
old.
so then out of all those other relationships, to keep going to non-white people because you know that the power dynamic between you and a white man means that he's more in charge than you are, so you need to keep going and dating what your society will see as dating down to someone that's a weaker man than you, because you know if you call the police on a black man, a brown man, a red man, or any other kind of man, they will default to believe in you. But if you do that to a white man, it might turn out differently.
I've never done that before, though. I've never done that before. I've never done that
Okay,
before.
so you don't understand the power dynamics in race at all. You think
I understand the power
we're all
dynamic.
just a rainbow of people? Because
I understand
if
the
not,
power
then you're
dynamic.
focusing on the details of what I'm saying to try to avert the thesis in what I'm saying.
I
Can I
understand
speak?
the power dynamic in the world. Yes, go ahead.
No, you don't. She doesn't get to tell you whether or not you
No,
can speak. I do.
no,
I'm the host.
I host.
Wait, brother
All right.
legend,
Please.
can I say something
Yes.
real quick? So she said that most of her relationships were with non-white team men, right? I think it's interesting because it's going over her head. I don't think she would get it if it hit her in the face, the point that you're trying to make right now. But I think it's really interesting how she responded to that person on your panel, not knowing the way that things operate here, by telling that person, oh, you can go ahead and speak, as if she has a level of control over this live. Because in those relationships with non-white team men, she has a level of control over them.
That's just what I was that's exactly what I was just trying to point out. Yo, I hope all the brothers in here peeped what just happened. What I was just saying. She thinks she has power over non-white men. That's why she prefers them, because she knows she can't get away with shit like that with a white man. She know it. That's why she that's why she with them.
I'm just trying to give people respect. If somebody asks to talk, I don't want to talk over them. I'm just trying to give people
You
respect.
gave him
Over
permission,
the host.
Okay.
and you still talking over me. And that's she literally just showed in real time, and that's the only reason I'm talking to the frosted female on my live right now, is because I want to show in real time how this thought process works. Anyone else want to talk, feel free to come on up. We're going to go to the next guest. Thank you, Real Orange.
You know he coming up to Cape for. That's why he dropped.
Oh, that's what that was?
Let me explain. He was trying to tell her when you was talking, oh, let me explain, but can I explain it for her? And then I would have hit, she got a YT woman. So you know.
Oh, okay. All right, he compromised. All right, we'll go to the next guest. Debbie Dennis, give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
My age is 65. My pronoun is she. And what was the other one? Hi, guys.
Your race.
Oh, Black American.
All right, talk to us, Debbie.
Okay, I just wanted to say, because I'm like older than a lot of people, and I lived through the 70s, and I grew up in Santa Monica, and my mother ended up marrying someone white after my dad, of course. And then my dad married somebody white, and my brother married somebody white. And it was only, yeah. And so I used to say, God, at one point in my life, everybody I know married somebody white, but I never had that thought process myself. And it's just, it was weird to me. I thought it was really weird. And I don't know what they were searching for or what they thought was going to be better, than what it was when she had the relationship with my father. But my father just passed recently, like a few weeks ago. And he was still married to the same lady. And she has really given me a lot of blues, She's that white mother. I got two sisters. But I have to say, she took care of my father to the very end, kind of ridiculously, but like when he was in hospice, she did everything. So I have to say, as far as that, he chose right, but I feel like her being white, she separated him from his family, which was down south, a lot of people, and he just was not, he would take the train down there to be in the
That's a very low bar to set, Debbie. I hear you, but that bar
okay,
is
I'm
the
sorry.
bar
What
is
did
in
I say
hell.
wrong?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Okay,
because she loved him don't mean she love your people. Don't mean much
No,
else.
and I'm finding it out. I'm finding it out just by the little stuff she does and the little stuff she says, and trying to keep me from my father. I mean, I knew that. That's why I never really came around. I can't say why they did it or what, but like my mother's ex-boyfriend or whatever you call it. When my mom died, I went through her stuff, called some of her friends and let them know. And he was on the phone, and this was the white guy. She was so crazy, but I'm sorry I'm rambling, but it's a lot. I called him and I said, hey, I don't know if you remember my mom. And he was like, yeah, I looked for your mother. And, and then he came to the funeral and he got up and spoke, and he said it was a different time, and he was a doctor, she was a nurse, but he didn't want to marry my mother because we know why, because his family was white and didn't approve of it. And I didn't find this out till I got older, because of course I was a little girl then. But as I got older, I started to realize there's the race that was racist right there. I mean, even though you knew she was black, you let them make that decision for you because you didn't want to lose your money. You didn't want to lose your status. You didn't want to be with this black woman, and that's when I started realizing racism, because we lived on the military bases. And I think when we moved to Santa Monica, that's when I found out I was black. We only was able to live on certain sides of the tracks and the certain streets. Like I lived on 13th Street, which was bad luck, so it was called Euclid Street. All the other black people lived on the other side of the tracks, and then you could live on 17th and 18th. Now it's different, and only the black people or the single mothers, and then they had us living across the street from a drug rehab. We used to call it the hippie shack. So that's where all the black people, you could live in certain areas. But once I got old enough to realize that, I started seeing the racism there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, they only let us live in one area, by Santa Monica High on one side, because that's where all the little parties and stuff was in the black communities and stuff. But as far as being problematic, that was problematic to me with my mother. He came to the funeral, but, that was, of course, it's like, if you can't use the comb, why bring them home? And I never dated anybody white. And this is the truth. I'm married to a black man. I don't have any racism as far as that's your business, whatever. But I was like, I used to trip on that. And it was a little embarrassing, kind of, as I think about it, when I started being around grew up with James Brown, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, started growing my afro, hanging out with my people. And they used to call my brother White Boy because he surfed and played tennis, and he went that way. He actually went that way. He lived on Venice Beach practically his entire life. You know, he liked that life. And then I got to tell the story, I'm going to get off. One day, me and my mom was at his house on Venice, you know, and we were listening, and he was playing Ice Cube. And then I got to looking at him, he had twisties in his hair. And then he had bought a Cadillac. And my mother literally said to him, she goes, Cleveland. And he goes, what? She goes, you didn't know it was so much fun being black. And I died. I thought I was going to die when she told him that. But it's like, it's like once the white people started going towards that way, he had to become more blacker. You see, that's how I was thinking of it, because all of a sudden he started becoming this black people that the white people were starting to listen to Ice Cube, and, you know, they like rap and they like the twisties and they like the black people for that. And so I felt like that's why he kind of switched up and started going that way, because he was, like I said, they used to call him a white boy. I mean, you know, I apologize to him. We used to call him, I apologized to him before he passed, but I'm just saying little stuff like that. And I became very militant at a certain age going through what I went through. I started realizing my blackness. It wasn't being militant. It was realizing when I go in the store, she grabbing her purse, you know, or if somebody come up to me at my job and like, sister girl, that's some microaggression shit right there. Don't do that, because you're basically saying you're racist. You know, and this is what you think of me. You know, you think that that's the only thing I got, or you call me Shaniqua, or, you know, or you touch my hair, or you want to know what wig I'm wearing and all that stuff. I've seen it. I've been called the N-word so many times in my life, but I stand up for myself. I went to a store one time, and this lady, I saw her do it.
Sister Debbie, we got to get back to the topic.
Oh, sorry.
I appreciate you. You giving us
an
gems.
emotional thing for me.
I appreciate the knowledge.
I'm about to go out there in March, so I'm sorry.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right.
I lived it. Most people Google it. Thank you.
All right. All right. Appreciate you.
Okay. All righty. Bye.
I lived it. Most people Googled it. She'd coin that.
Yeah, she sure should. Let's go to the next guest. Pat me, bro. Give us your age, your race, and your pronouns, please.
36, Black African, and I'm a man.
All right, talk to us.
All right, so for the first prompt, can interracial relationships be problematic? I think in particular, a black man dating or procreating with a white woman is much more problematic than a black woman procreating with a white man. And the reason why I say that is that there's multiple reasons, but one in particular is that a black man has full control of who he procreates with and who he provides his resources to. And
we got a phone that's buzzing all up in our ear, man.
Oh, my bad. All right. It's done. It's done.
All right.
I think in particular, a black man, it's problematic because a black man has a choice in who he can procreate with ultimately and who he provides his resources to. And when he dates or procreates with a white woman, he's involuntarily providing all his resources to her community. And ultimately that child, if it is a son, will eventually grow up to take after women that look like his mom. And before you know it, that black man's entire legacy is gone, right? He's come from black roots to now in 3 generations, his whole legacy is white because of that one choice. In terms of when black women do it, the reason why it's different is because women don't necessarily get to choose who they procreate. Sometimes there are women that aren't chosen, right? And I think in that case that if you have a woman, there are much more women than there are men. So I give black women more grace in terms of that, because I know it's much more difficult for a woman to find somebody in that position. So yeah, I think it's all bad. Do interracial relations benefit the black community? Not at all. I think it benefits the white community, because the dominant society will eventually extract resources from the minority community. So there's no benefit at all to black people. So yeah,
Okay.
that's all I have.
How you feel about that, D? You here?
A black woman dating outside her race is just as bad, if not worse, to me. And it's this crazy power dynamic and control that both of them have. I think where we get delusional is that because we think it's a YT woman, she's just not as dominant, or you think because this black woman is over here that the circumstances are better when they're far worse. Because I said it earlier when that thing was up here. YT men are the most violent individuals. You telling the sisters to go over there to some of the most violent people, the people that not only constructed this system, but they're still benefiting off of the oppression. You gonna go to the you're telling her, you're sending her back in the house with the massa. Like it's y'all know, just as bad, if not far worse.
Women don't necessarily have a choice in who they can.
So they definitely have a choice. We're not kids.
Yeah, that was.
Well,
I've
you have to
never
get
dated
picked.
outside my race. I've
You have to
never
get picked
dated
by a
outside my
man.
race.
You have to
Listen
get
to
picked
me.
by a man, not
I've
the other way around. You don't pick
Listen,
men.
I have never dated outside my race. We have choices.
That's you particular, but some people don't have those choices.
There is only 2, and this is a new generation of girls that I just found out yesterday that are dating outside their race. In the rest of my family, not one of the women, and they're all black, monoracial black women, and even my black biracial family members have never dated outside their race.
Except 2.
And that's also,
Young girl between the age of 19 and the other is 22. So even in what you're saying, it's a hell no.
Right, this hill, because I really don't give a damn. I'm all about black love, so whatever.
So you don't need to fight it because you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't care to argue about that point, so it's cool. I didn't come here to argue.
Okay. All right. Anybody else got something to say? We move on to the next guest.
Well, he said that, one thing leads to another, and in 3 generations, the whole legacy is white, and that was wild, and going with a whole bunch of assumptions and conclusions as well. But okay.
What's wrong about that? A black boy takes after his mother. If his mom white is white. Again, there's no assumptions. This is what happens in reality.
Assumption.
If his mom is white.
Your reality.
Again, if his mom is white, he's taking over for women that look like his mother, which that's what typically happens. So then he procreates with a white woman.
If that's typically what happens, then how are the few brothers that date outside their race, date outside their race? If everybody just says, I'm dating what my mama is, how are any of these people intermingling?
Again, because of popular media and the white dominant society. You
keep saying the same thing.
The imagery of it's way more complicated than this. And you guys, I don't know why y'all came up here. Y'all want to argue about this. This is a well-known fact. Young men take after their mom.
Pushback. Nobody's arguing with you.
But all I'm saying is
that you're getting pushback.
All I'm saying is that popular media has made this delusion and where our men think that white women are more attractive, right? Like that's the reality of this world that we live in. So that's another factor that we have to fight against. So yes, it's not necessarily the same. You would hope a black boy is in love with his black mother, a woman that looks like his black mother, but unfortunately you have media telling him differently.
Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. Appreciate you coming up, Pat. Let me go to the next guest. Shay, give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
Hi, my name is Shay. I'm 19 and I'm black. And I'm a girl. She, her.
Okay. Thank you, Shay. Talk to us.
So, no, I do not think that Black, well, more specifically, Black and YT interracial relationships can work. I think they are problematic. I don't think you can be pro-Black if you support that. And no, it's not beneficial to the Black community.
Okay. What is the reasoning behind thinking you can't be pro-Black and still stay outside the community?
Well, I feel like Black men that seek out relationships with YT women are kind of seeking some sort of validation or acceptance. And I feel like white women or YT women that seek out relationships with these Black men, there's a sense of fetishism. Is that how you say the word? Fetishism? And I feel like it's to assert some type of dominance. So yeah. And then I also feel like if you're familiar with Christianity, there's this term called being unequally yoked. And I just feel like there's things that they could never understand. And it just wouldn't, yeah.
Okay. I agree with that. I think she aced it.
Yeah, for
Go
sure.
ahead, D.
You are beautiful, by the way. I want you to know you are very
Thank
beautiful.
you. And y'all keep letting them know up here.
We sure are. We sure will. And yeah, thanks for coming up, sister.
So fire. I want to click on her page.
What do you mean, sister? Hey, you better stop.
I
You know
see.
how many times I be
I be
wanting to tell
getting
the sisters
girls
that come up here
smiling
they
for me.
fine. I be
Listen,
thinking that almost every live, man. All my sisters are fine, man. I got mad love for y'all. And y'all be coming up here looking good. You know what I'm saying? Good. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my sisters.
because I be getting. You hear
What's
me?
that?
I be getting girls to model for me, and I went and looked at her. I was like, oh gosh, she's gorgeous. But yeah, go ahead, fire off.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's too young for me, but I hear you. But Danish, give us your age, race, and pronouns, please. Yes.
I'm 37, African American, Black. I am a
How
female.
old?
37.
Oh. I thought you said 87.
Oh,
I
nah,
said, you do
37.
not sound 87.
We gonna take 50
Okay.
years off of that.
All right, talk to us.
Okay, so I have dated interracially in the past, and I have found when I do date interracially, it's not as genuine as if I'm dating a Black guy. So I would date a white guy because he keeps asking and he's being really nice and I have nothing to do this weekend. And so the date will go well and then I'll date him. And if he'll do one little thing to upset me, it's harder for me to get over it or forgive him because I don't really see him as eye candy. Like it's not a treat to my eye. So once he messes up, I'm like, no. But if it's also I notice if I'm dating a white dude, I have more like, he has to have more qualifications. Like, what's he doing for a living? Does he have his own place? Does he have a car? But when I date a Black dude, my friend is laughing because it's so true. He could be as broke as possible and not even to be funny. I just notice I accept more because I'm more passionate about being in his space. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. And I hope more sisters think the way that you think when it comes to that, because Black men might not have the means, but you always want to date a man with ambition. You know what I'm saying? A man with a vision, a man with a plan. You know, that's very necessary for any Black man, you know, whether he has a woman or not, to have that plan for himself. But yeah, that is a thing. So, you know, shout out to the sisters that know when they found a treasure, whether he's got it in the bank account or not.
Yeah. Okay, you can still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, also, now this is where the issue comes in at. A lot of the times, I make a good amount of money. I do have a master's degree, but a lot of the times when I do date guys that don't have much, they have a problem. And that's really why we wind up not working out. Like, I've just finished speaking to a guy a few months ago, And he just was like, well, I don't really have much. I can't do anything. Or if I offer to pay, he would get offended. And I'm not bossy. So this is another thing. Let me add, I am a very submissive woman. And at times it can be to my detriment. So I love my man to lead. But I notice he feels uncomfortable still.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. And now we're turning into a dating show, but let me say this,
Sorry.
man. No, because let me say this, because I know a little bit about this topic, right, from a man's perspective. And the idea that men have to make more, be able to provide more, be able to pay for things, that is patriarchy. So that's a thing where us as black men have internalized the definitions of masculinity given to us by white men, where we're trying to fit their example and what being a man is in the world. That wasn't an example we brought here from Africa. That's an example that was imposed upon us because the only example of manhood we had from the plantation was masses. So we kind of been following that cookie cutter mold. And so that's what it sounds like, the brothers that you're talking about, have internalized to some degree. Then there's also brothers that are not going to feel comfortable with that. Any man that does feel comfortable with you paying for a bunch of stuff and, taking care of things financially, that, is just like really comfortable with that and has no problem with that at all, could also mean he's okay with taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing where, sometimes the men feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't want to run into a scammer. You don't want someone too comfortable with that. But, at the same time, that internalized patriarchy can get in our way sometimes. And I would just maybe encourage patience, and understanding, communication with that brother, whoever he is,
Right. So
Hold on.
oh,
Because you're gorgeous.
thank
I
you.
would encourage you to write down everything you want. And then if it get another brother, cousin, or dad to look at it and analyze if there are just normal things, just your normal things that you want. And then for me, okay, I don't know why you open to date other, but you're 37. So it's time to get focused on what the real world look like. It sounds like you're not even really interested in the other. You're just giving opportunity to get out of the house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I briefly let me include and you could talk right after. So I wasn't sure I wanted to have children years ago, but once I decided that I do want to have children, I stopped dating outside of my race.
Yeah.
Because I do want a black family.
Yeah, you messed their head up doing that.
Yeah. But no, I do understand what you're saying. You could keep going.
But I was just gonna say just your basic things, but like pigeonhole the kind of black man you want and put yourself in those sectors. Start going to nice restaurants and sitting at the bar by yourself. Start going out with friends and focusing on more upscale things and not putting yourself in club environments. That's something you stay away from, because if you want a husband, he's not gonna ain't gonna be in a club. I'm sorry, y'all, you're not. But it's how or what you want, because being open to just accepting anything is where the problem lies. Black men ain't all black men ain't broke. And there is a sector just like you, but just realize that you're at the age where black men are now upscaling. So you're at the age where most black men's wealth starts to go up. The money that they make is starting to go up. When they hit about 35, it's starting to increase. Their money is starting to go up. So you at a good space.
Okay, thank you. I will definitely take your advice. I also want to speak on, I have a lot of white female friends that are married or have children by black men. Successful black men. Some of my friends, they work as well, and some of them are stay-at-home wives. None of them are happy in their relationship, and I believe it's because they got with the black man strategically. Like, I have a couple of them that wanted their children to look a certain way, and they were stuck on that. And now that their children don't have like the light yellow brown skin with the colorful eyes, I know it sounds crazy, but that, like, I feel like they were more strategic when they got with the black man. They wanted a certain amount of attention. Also, all of their men are cheating with black women.
Mm. Yeah. Well, that's because those men, they had no business. Number one, and number two, them frosted females ain't had no business fetishizing those men for them children. That's real weird. Why do you call them your friends?
I would, well, they're my, well, I don't know. I guess I don't know what else to say, but they are known as
Okay.
friends, as I may hang with them from time to time, co-workers,
Okay.
and a
Yeah.
couple
All
of
right.
them I actually grew up with.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I
I
would
wanted to speak on
go
making
ahead,
more than the
Populous.
man.
Okay.
So you were talking about how that becomes an issue and stuff, and a lot of times men base their identity off of dominating or being stronger or bigger or making more money and providing and sacrificing. And so not being able to have an identity outside of being able to provide financially or might mess somebody up if they're in their early stages
Right.
of unpacking all that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you don't want no man that's comfortable just with his woman paying everything, because that means, nah. Unless see, you want a man that got a plan. That's what I be
Right.
trying to
So
tell my sister.
every guy, when you first meet him, has a plan, whether
What
he's being
plan?
honest or
No,
not.
but what plan? What plan? What? Give me an example. What's a plan that a man has told you he had?
Like, I'm going to school.
That ain't no plan.
There was no school happening. And I was like, okay, I could deal with it while you in school. I can, we lived
Let me
together, and I could take up some bills. He was not going to school.
let me explain to you what I mean by a plan. I mean knowledge of self. That's the most important test
Right.
of a man's life, is for him to know himself, know the context in which he lives his life, and then where the hell his life is headed. That's the hardest thing for a man to figure out. All right, so Jewish people, right? They have a rite of passage, right? So
Right.
Jewish boys know when they become men. Other cultures do this. They even do this in Africa. When do black men become men? We don't know. A lot of us are not taught to even think about where we want to go in life, but rather just to keep making money. As long as you're making money, then that's your plan. The plan is just to make money. Go to school, listen, be obedient, do what teacher tell you, make money. That's it. That's not a plan. That's not an actual purpose for your life. When a man has a purpose, he no longer cares about that patriarchal definition of masculinity, because he has his own definition of masculinity. Now he doesn't care about how much money he got in his bank account. He know what the hell he trying to get done, and no matter what amount of money is in his bank account, he's going to get that shit done, because there's many different ways to get shit done. Whether you're using other people's money, whether you're using money from, like me, I have a nonprofit. I'm using money that I'm getting from donations to build what I want to build for my community, that I would build for free, because I'm going to build this. This is part of what my mission is in life. So when a man has that mission, he finds a woman like yourself who may be down to go in that direction with him. If you see a vision, a future for yourself in his mission, and he sees the same thing, then he's going to make sure that you come with him, because he's going to know that you're a part of that mission. You're part of that vision for himself. So
Right.
that's the thing that a lot of it's Dr. Juwanza Kunjufu is a doctor that wrote Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. There's books about black manhood that speaks
Right.
further to what I'm trying to relay.
Right.
But it's something that us black men, really, that's our test in life, and we take it out on black women when we don't have that plan, because we will hit the streets, sell harmful things in our own communities, because we've been told by the white man that we have to have money in order to be men. So we've internalized the white man's definition. The white man can make masculinity fringe upon his ability to make money, because he controls hiring, firing, and the means of production in all industries in America. So he can say, in order to be a man, you got to make money, you got to be able to provide. He gets the job first.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? So it's a thing for us black men that we have to work on. And I'm giving it to you so that hopefully you can, somewhat find that man with a purpose for himself, and then not try to fit you into that purpose, but in that purpose see you And then if you see yourself, you two come together mutually.
Right. So I'm waiting patiently. I said, I'll put myself in that circle, to find that guy. So
it's coming.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
coming.
I know the time
As you continue to grow and be intentional about who you spend your time with. Like you said, when you said you decided you wanted to have that child, then you immediately became intentional. And so that's what you want to do. Just be intentional, because that's how my wife found me, and me having my own purpose, that's how I found my wife. So I know it works.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Appreciate
Hello? One more thing.
Okay.
Okay. Post your nonprofit so we can, donate.
Oh yeah, it's in
Okay.
the link is in my bio, b1initiative.org. I just posted, if you want to join our Discord, we have thousands of hours of scholars, lectures, articles, and we in there be having a black ass good time.
That would be so dope. My friend she's smiling. She's so happy.
It's fire in there. Tell your friend to join us. You might find a brother in there. I'm telling you, it's Pan African. We don't do the fighting and fussing with each other. We just in there learning. And we watch videos together on Sundays. We was watching the video. We have meetings. We're a technology startup. We're building Sankofapedia is a free online encyclopedia like Wikipedia that's going to center around an Afrocentric perspective of history, and also link different ancestors together. And like a web, it's like a visual web that you can see how people were related and different events, a lot of stuff like that. So we're all building that in there. And join. You can also donate on the website. It's there. We just celebrated reaching our 501c3 status today. So
nice.
Yeah, so it's officially tax deductible.
Nice. I'll check it out.
All right. Appreciate you, sister. Hope to see you in there.
Okay. Awesome.
One love.
Bye.
Yes, y'all. Please donate. 501c3 b1initiative.org. The link is in my bio. Go in on the menu and click join us to join the Discord, and scroll down and hit donate. You can donate $5 a month. That would be a blessing to our mission. Black Swan and D Diva, both Populous is in there, but these two sisters right here have been doing a lot of the footwork. Sajess in the comments as well. Francesca, T-Dub's been in there. Tia, Leisha, of course. So we all in here, man. Shout out to B1 Initiative. We got some work on the way. We're making progress every day. Black people getting together, having a Pan-African good time. That's what we be in there doing. But y'all, I'm gonna go. I got work to do for the community, so I'm about to go do some of that work now. If y'all want to join us in the Discord. We're gonna start watching videos every week. So if y'all want to see some of these lectures that are the inspiration for my lives, like the inspiration for my videos, then yeah, check us out on Sundays. On Sundays, we be in there. We was watching Dr. Khalid Muhammad last week. That was fire. So we be having some good conversation, man. I got mad love for the people in there, man. It's a very intellectual space. Nobody gets too into their emotions, and we all very B1, very positive space, man. I got mad love for y'all. Digital Pan-Africans, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. One love. I'm out. D, you want to close us out, sister?
So I didn't get to say this, but you guys, welcome in. You were in this live with Brother Legend. And at this time, we are closing out. We enjoyed you. Hope to see you again. Make sure that you tune in to Brother Legend's Twitter and YouTube, Brother Legend. Make sure you subscribe here, and make sure you also subscribe with b1initiative.org. Join the Discord and join the family, y'all. At the end of the day, make sure that you pay to play. But most importantly, if you ain't black, before you hop in black business, make sure you hop in that damn tub. Good night.
All right, y'all. One love. Peace.